What's going on, people? This will be my last video before I go back to the West Coast. So I want to get right to it. I've been wanting to talk about this exclusively for some time now. I mentioned it in a couple of videos that I've put on Facebook before, but this time it's going to get special attention. All right. Black women in protection. It seems to be like the new buzz shit to say nowadays, like, protect us, protect black women, like it's a phrase, it's a slogan. It's probably somebody wearing t-shirts that says protect black women. Um, I just have a few questions, and from men and women who, push this idea that black women are not protected. This dangerous world that we live in, that shit happens in, and it pretty much happens to everybody. I want to understand, like, because it's starting to look to me like, in Western society, women are to be protected and nothing should happen to women, even more than children to an extent. It's like it's crazy, right? We don't protect children the way that they holler for grown women who make choices to be protected. Like grown women are grown adults and they make choices that put themselves in situations. Children don't make choices. Choices are made for children and they end up places that they probably prefer not to be in, but they have no choice. And a lot of those choices for children are made by women, right? It's, my body, my choice. I'm independent, strong, black, independent. Don't need no man, right? But you want to be protected, right? So I'm going to go through a few things about protection, and it's deeper than just, if someone deserves protection or not. That's debatable, but what I'm trying to understand is with all this, new trendy shit to say, I want to understand, what are you being protected from and what you want this protection to look like. Okay? So right now, I'm gonna pull up a couple of things that I found online, with this, concerning this topic, right? So let's start with this, right? So black women experience the highest rates of homicide of any racial group in the United States. The highest rates of homicide. I want to know what study this is. You telling me more black women are killed by homicide? They're going to have to contextualize this for me. Now, if you want to talk about, spousal, maybe, but just overall homicide, said homicide is the leading cause of death for all women under 44. The CDC found non-Hispanic black women are disproportionately affected. Okay, so they're comparing it to other, well, it says of any racial group. So it must mean any other female racial group. Because I know there's not more black women being killed than black men. It's not happening. And yeah, there's stats on that. And I'm not willing to debate that with anybody. So let's go to another article. And it said half of all female homicide victims are killed by intimate partners. Now we get some context to the shit. All right. Intimate partners. Now, intimate partners is half of all female homicide victims. That makes sense. That makes sense. So men, you're with. It's not random strangers murdering women. Not for the most part. It's a lot of situations happening in relationships, right? So let's look at something else, right? And I just want to pull up these things before I go in, because I'm gonna go in. All right. So you have this other article that I pulled up. Let me get it up here. He talks about unidirectional and bidirectional intimate partner violence among white, black, and Hispanic couples in the United States. So I want to scroll down to this right here. So intimate partner violence is a major public health problem. Reports based on national surveys show that the 12-month rate of IPV among couples in the U.S. ranges between 17% and 39%. All right. Rates of male to female partner violence, MFPV, and female to male partner violence, FMPV, among U.S. couples are 13.6% and 21.4%, respectively. Right. Respectively. So that means the female to male, the male to female partner violence is 13%, and the female to male is 21%. All right. Rates of severe violence, battering, use of knives or guns are lower. The 1992 National Alcohol and Family Violence Survey found that approximately 2% of couples experience severe MFPV, that's male to female, and 4.5% of couples experience severe FMPV. Therefore, FMPV appears to occur more frequently than MFPV, at least within the general population. So that's basically some shit that's basically proving the shit that we've been saying a long time, is that women start a lot of this shit. Okay. A lot of issues that are happening in homes of domestic violence, right? And you can pull it up, is women starting shit within the home. Now, the first thing people might say is, well, that doesn't give a man the right to blah, 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 this and that. It's not about rights. If you start shit within the home with the dude, why would you fight a motherfucker bigger than you? You have to ask that question. Why do women fight guys that they know they can't beat? And I'll tell you the answer. Because they don't think they'll be hit back. We have raised women in an environment that says no matter what you do, nobody will do shit to you. If you hit men, they won't hit you back because they shouldn't and they're not allowed to. Let me tell you, there's a lot of motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about those rules. Now you add that with the hybristophilia. And let me tell you what hybristophilia means. It's a sexual attraction for criminals. All right. Get mad all you want. Our women like criminals. Our women like the baddest motherfuckers walking the face of the earth. The killers, the murderers, all of that shit. They find this shit attractive. All right. So you get a chick, you get a female that is prone to start some shit, and you put her in a room with a killer. And guess what happens? You have higher rates of homicide among black women. Okay. Now that I've said that, when these things happen, you hear, we got to protect black women. From what? From what? If you are choosing these motherfuckers to be with, these are the motherfuckers you choose to be with, and then you start shit with these niggas. What the fuck can we protect you from? We can't even tell you who and who not to date. We can't tell you that because then we're hating. Right? We tell you, oh, you shouldn't hate him. You shouldn't date him. You know, this motherfucker's dangerous. Don't date that guy. He'll get you in some shit. You know, we end up being haters. That's what you'll call us. We'll end up being haters. Oh, you're just jealous. You're jealous. You're hating. Not to mention that, you know, we walking down the street, you see a couple fighting, you see a dude fighting his girlfriend. And the first thing is protect black women. And you should jump in and risk your life. I can post 10 plus articles of motherfuckers who did just that. And these people are no longer with us because those couples will murder you for involving yourself in their business. Okay? Mind your business, gentlemen. Mind your business. I want to know from all the women who will see this video, what do you want your protection to look like? We can't tell you who to date. We can't tell you where and where not to be. We can't tell you how to conduct yourself. We can't tell you none of this shit because you're independent and we can't control you. So, black women in protection, how do you want this protection to look? And I've mentioned this before. I remember T.I. was in the news. I mean, you know, it's crazy that the motherfucker would say this shit in public. But women were roasting him because he was interested in protecting his daughter from becoming a teen pregnancy statistic, right? And more recently, you have Floyd Mayweather's daughter, who's now pregnant by a rapper with 6 children. And they're telling him he's a failure as a dad because he let this happen. So in one case, you got a man who's being told he was a failure for not being protective enough, and you got another guy who's being slammed for being overprotective. What do you want this protection to look like? And of course, we all know about the Tory Lanez, Megan Thee Stallion situation, where allegedly, she was shot in the foot. This motherfucker hasn't been arrested yet. I'm gonna say this early, right? Because I want a timestamp on this video. I want a timestamp on this. I'm gonna say this early. There's something that's not right about that situation. I'm gonna say it now. All right. All the girls, they jumped out. Oh my God, protect her. Protect her. You know, she already been shot. She was fucking with this dude in somehow, some way, some manner. Right? They're already shot. It's too late for the protection. It already happened, right? But what I want to know is, why hasn't he been arrested yet? This is a black dude he had a weapon on him that I from what I understand, they did take from him. She was obviously shot or something happened to her. She got hit in the foot. She's been in the hospital. Now, unless this motherfucker done resurrected Johnny Cochran, you know, from the grave, this motherfucker has not been arrested yet, right? Black dude, rapper, gun, somebody got shot, but he's not in jail, right? I don't know if he's out on bond or whatever. Somebody can tell me this shit. But there's something that's not right about that case. He just put out an album where in the song he said he didn't shoot her. She's saying at first she didn't say he shot her. Then she came out and said the nigga shot me. This nigga shot me. I'm telling. Right? I'm not going to go into whether she's a snitch or not. She's a fucking victim, if anything. All I'm saying is something wrong about that. Now, I might be wrong, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to throw myself out on a limb and say it's something fishy about that situation. This nigga's not locked up yet. Right? And don't tell me it's black male privilege because we don't have that. We don't have that like a Jamaican store that is out of oxtails, nigga. We're not of that. Right? But I want to know, how are we to protect you? Women, you want protection. How? We can't protect you after the shit happened to you. Don't tell us to protect you after you go out and do that shit, be that place, or you know, talk that shit that you weren't supposed to talk. There's a video out, and I'm gonna say some rough shit right now. Some rough shit. Y'all gonna be mad at me. There's a video out where this girl is going at it with some young kid. And this nigga's holding a skateboard. Right? A skateboard. Y'all know where I'm going because y'all probably seen this video. So I don't remember exactly what was said, but she says something to him, and he smacks her with the skateboard, right? You've seen this video. Now, look, I'm not saying that the girl should have been smacked with a skateboard. I'm not saying that. I'm laughing. I feel bad for laughing. I'm not saying that she should have been smacked with a skateboard. But I remember this, my man called me up. He said, yo, there's a video out where a dude smacked a girl with a skateboard. That's fucked up. This should never happen. He should not smack her with a skateboard. I was like, yeah, I seen that video. He's like, what you think about that? I said, yo, man, gotta watch your mouth. Gotta watch your mouth, right? It's wrong. It shouldn't happen. But yo, if I said some slick shit to Suge Knight, and that nigga swung, knocked me out of my shit, nobody's gonna say, yo, my God, did you see what Suge did to him? I said, fuck you, Suge, suck my dick. Ka! And he hit me. Nobody's gonna be feeling sorry for me. They're gonna say, yo, you should watch your mouth. You told Suge what? Nobody's gonna scream for my protection, right? If I have a daughter, yo, don't go out here talking crazy to these niggas. You got to listen to what we tell you to do before you get the shit done to you. That's protection. Protection is not rescuing. Protection is before the fact. Listen to niggas when they tell you something. Don't talk that shit. Don't go over there. Don't fuck with that nigga. Don't eat that shit, smoke that shit, inject that shit. That's protection. When you hear niggas tell you this shit, nah, fuck that. I ain't got to listen to you. It's like if I'm with my bodyguard. Yo, son, don't put on this vest. Nah, I don't want to wear that vest. Don't go over here. Nah, I want to go over there. When we tell you what you shouldn't do, what's bad for you and shit like that, and you tell, oh, patriarchy. This is patriarchy trying to protect your ass. When we tell you that shit, listen. Listen, we ain't trying to control you. We can only protect you before the shit happened to you. Once it happens to you, we can't do shit for you. It happened. It's too late. You want us to go get the niggas? That's not protection. You want us to avenge you? Because that's the word you would use, right? We can't protect you from your choices. You've grown. I can protect my children because and I don't have kids, but if I had kids, if I had kids and I say, hey, little man, don't go outside because shit is going on, and little man stay inside, I can protect them. If I tell little man don't go outside and that little nigga go outside, I can't protect them. I go to sleep, this nigga sneak outside and he get hemmed up, fucked up. You can't then come back, Dad, you ain't protect me. I'll slap the shit out you, little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Fuck is wrong with y'all? What do you want this protection to look like? Because anytime a motherfucker trying to tell you not to do some shit, you don't want to be controlled. You're trying to control female bodies, is what I heard said about T.I. about his teenage daughter. His daughter. This shit is beyond stupid, to the point where a father can't tell his daughter what she can and can't do because he's controlling. These bitches is out of their fucking minds. What do you want the protection to look like? I can't help you after the shit doesn't happen to you. I can go down a list of shit that I posted on Facebook of women getting shot, stabbed, all type of shit because you want to be fucking with those niggas over there doing that shit. Cause this shit is fun. Y'all niggas is boring. I'm gonna fuck with those niggas, those tatted up thug niggas. You love the thugs. You love them thugs. Can't protect you. You over there. What do you want this protection to look like? Okay. Start, like I said, most intimate partner homicide initiated by women because they think the shit can't or should not happen to them. Women, it can happen to you. Unless you got angel wings on, the shit can happen to you. That's what we need to be teaching these women. Happen to you anytime. You get smacked and be like, oh my God, I got smacked. How did this happen? It can happen to you. You too can get smacked with a skateboard. Fuck with them niggas over there. Say that shit. Talk that shit. Jump in that nigga's face. It can happen to you. One more time before I'm out. Protect black women. How? What do you want this protection to look like? Is my question.